In today's video, we're going to be talking about Etsy. Etsy is one of the biggest online marketplaces for homemade and handmade goods, but lately Etsy has also been home to digital products. Etsy is a good way to get started if you want to sell digital products, but is it really worth it to sell your digital products on Etsy? Let's get into it. Okay, so first off, selling digital products on Etsy can get eyes on your products and can get your name out there, but like with any third party, Etsy isn't the best way to sell your digital products because of these reasons. Heavy competition. Etsy has millions of sellers on their marketplace, and so you're sort of sharing the Etsy real estate with them. Therefore, unless your products are extremely unique, it's going to be harder to stand out among the crowd. I remember being one of the first couple of hundreds of sellers who was selling digital products heavily on Etsy back in 2019 and 2020. And my sales were through the roof. I was getting sales every single day. And people were viewing my shop and viewing my listings a lot. But keep in mind, this was also around the time where there was a huge spike in e-commerce sales because of COVID. Everyone was home and everyone was online because, well, they couldn't really go anywhere else. So online was booming. So if there was ever a time to be on Etsy, it was between 2019 and 2021. But after the pandemic was over and people were starting to get back to normal life, that's when Etsy sellers began reporting sales slowing down significantly. So right now, the Etsy marketplace is flooded with digital product sellers. In fact, Etsy has 7 million sellers as of 2024. So there is a lot of competition. Etsy's popularity is a double-edged sword, to say the least. While the platform provides access to millions of potential buyers, it also means you're competing with millions of other sellers. So standing out in such a crowded marketplace is no easy task. Even if you have a unique product, gaining visibility among a sea of similar items requires constant marketing efforts and potentially additional advertising expenses. So one of the primary challenges with such intense competition is the sheer volume of listings. With millions of active sellers and even more product listings, getting your product seen by potential customers can be daunting. New listings can quickly get buried under a flood of similar items, making it difficult for your products to maintain visibility. This is particularly problematic for new or smaller sellers who may not have the resources to invest heavily in marketing or paid advertising on the platform. Etsy does offer some tools to help sellers increase their visibility, such as promoted listings and Etsy ads. However, these come with additional costs and are not guaranteed to yield a return on investment. Promoted listings can drive traffic to your products, but the cost of these ads can quickly add up, eating into your profits. Moreover, since many sellers use these tools, the competition for ad space can be fierce, driving up the cost per click and making it even harder for smaller sellers to compete. Another aspect of the intense competition is the potential for price wars. With so many sellers offering similar products, there's a temptation to lower prices to attract buyers. This can lead to a race to the bottom, where profit margins become razor thin. Constantly undercutting competitors on price is not a sustainable business strategy and can lead to financial strain. Furthermore, lowering prices too much can devalue your brand and product, making it harder to justify premium pricing in the future. Customer expectations also play a role in this competitive landscape. With a plethora of options at their fingertips, Etsy can afford to be picky. They often expect high-quality products, exceptional customer service, and quick shipping times. Meeting these expectations consistently can be challenging, especially for small businesses with limited resources. Negative reviews or slow response times can quickly hurt your reputation, making it even harder to stand out in a crowded market. To combat these challenges, sellers need to invest time and effort into differentiating their products and brand. This might involve refining product descriptions, improving photography, optimizing SEO, and actively engaging with customers. Building a strong social media presence outside of Etsy can also help drive traffic to your shop. However, these efforts require a significant time investment and may not always guarantee success. While Etsy offers a vast marketplace with millions of potential buyers, the intense competition can make it difficult for sellers to stand out and achieve sustainable success. The constant constant need to invest in marketing and advertising combined with pressure to lower prices can strain resources and reduce profit margins. Sellers must be prepared to differentiate their products and brand, invest in visibility strategies, and consistently meet high customer expectations to thrive in such a competitive environment. No customer retention. When it comes to selling on Etsy, there is no way to retain your customers. For instance, you cannot capture their email address, which is a very valuable resource or tool. Once you're able to capture a customer's email address, you can then nurture them and prep to sell to them. Or you can upsell to them. But with Etsy, you're not allowed to take the customer's email address and add it to your email list. So Etsy gets to do the marketing, and Etsy gets the most valuable thing from the customer. You can do all the work to lead the customer to your shop, but then Etsy gets the email address. That's not a good deal on your end because Etsy gets the email, and when the sale occurs, Etsy gets a portion of the profits from every single seller. And that's not a good trade-off. So when you're starting out, it's fine if you're just getting your name out there, but then you need to quickly move on. High fees and commissions. One of the biggest challenges of selling on Etsy is the multitude of fees that can quickly eat into your profits. Etsy charges a listing fee for each new item, which might seem small at first, but it adds up over time, especially if you have a large inventory. On top of that, there's a transaction fee on every sale and another fee for payment processing. Combined, these fees can take a substantial chunk out of your revenue. For many sellers, especially those with lower priced items, these costs can significantly impact their bottom line, making it harder to sustain and grow their business. So let's break down these costs to see their impact more clearly. Etsy charges a 20% listing fee per item, which needs to be paid regardless of whether the item sells. If you have a large number of items, these fees can be accumulating quickly, creating a constant financial burden. Additionally, Etsy takes a 5% transaction fee on the sale price of your item, including the shipping cost if you sell physical products. This means that even if you price your items competitively, a portion of your revenue is consistently siphoned off. Etsy's payment processing fee varies depending on your location, but it typically includes a fixed rate plus a percentage of the total sale amount. So for instance, in the United States, this fee is 3% plus 25 cents per transaction. When you combine the listing, transaction, and payment processing fees, it becomes evident that a significant portion of your revenue is directed towards covering these costs rather than contributing to your profit. And these fees can be particularly detrimental for sellers offering low-priced items. So for example, if you sell a handmade keychain for $10, the breakdown of fees might look something like this. The listing fee of 20 cents, the transaction fee, which is 5% of $10, is 50 cents, and then the payment processing fee, which is 3% of $10 plus the 25 cents is 55 cents. In total, you pay $1.25 in fees, leaving you with $8.75. This means you lose 12.5% of your sale to fees alone, not accounting for the cost of materials, labor, and shipping if you do physical products. As prices decrease, the percentage of fees relative to the sale price increases, further squeezing your profit margins. So for sellers with higher price items, while the relative impact of fees may be lessened, the absolute dollar amount paid to Etsy can still be significant. And this ongoing cost can make it difficult to invest in other areas of your business, such as marketing, product development, or improving customer service. So the cumulative effect of Etsy's various fees can significantly erode your profit margins, making it challenging to maintain a profitable business, especially for those with lower priced items. So sellers must carefully consider whether the visibility and customer base offered by Etsy justify these costs, or if alternative platforms with more favorable fee structures would be more beneficial for the long-term business growth. Limited branding opportunities. Building a strong, recognizable brand is crucial for long-term success, but Etsy's structure can make this difficult. While you can customize your shop to some extent, the platform's uniform layout and branding often overshadow individual shops. Customers may remember buying an item from Etsy rather than from your specific shop. Limits your ability to create a distinct brand identity. This lack of control over branding can hinder your efforts to foster brand loyalty and repeat business. Etsy provides some options for personalization, such as the ability to upload a shop banner, logo, and create a unique shop description. However, these customizations are relatively limited and constrained within Etsy's overall design framework. Every shop on Etsy has the same general layout and navigational structure, which can make it challenging for your brand to stand out. The uniformity means that despite your efforts to differentiate, your shop may still blend into the larger Etsy ecosystem, diluting your brand's unique attributes. Moreover, the checkout process on Etsy is standardized across the platform. When customers make a purchase, they interact with Etsy's branded checkout experience rather than your own. This further diminishes your brand's presence and can create a disjointed customer experience. So when shoppers receive their order confirmation emails, these are also branded by Etsy, reinforcing that the platform's identity is bigger than yours. This lack of seamless brand customer journey can make it harder to leave a lasting impression on your buyers. So another significant branding limitation is the absence of direct communication channels with customers that are fully under your control. Etsy encourages sellers and buyers to communicate through their messaging system, which is branded and monitored by Etsy. While this ensures a level of trust and security for transactions, it also means that any direct marketing efforts or personalized communications you want to send are filtered through Etsy's platform. You don't have access to customers' email addresses or other contact details, which can be crucial for building relationships and marketing your brand directly. Additionally, Etsy's search and recommendation algorithms prioritize product listings over shop brands. This means that customers are more likely to find individual products through search rather than navigating directly to your shop. Even if your products perform well in search results, it's possible that customers may not associate their positive experience with your brand, but rather with Etsy as a platform. This reduces the likelihood of them seeking out your shop specifically for future purchases. Etsy also has policies that limit your ability to fully leverage your brand's identity. For example, there are restrictions on what you can include in your product descriptions and images. You can't easily redirect traffic to your own website or social media profiles, and promotional tactics like giveaways or loyalty programs must conform to Etsy's guidelines, which might not align with your branding strategy. So the visual and experimental branding limitations extend to packaging and fulfillment. While you can include branded packaging, inserts, and business cards in your orders, the primary interaction customers have with your brand still occurs within Etsy's framework. And this can make it challenging to create a cohesive brand experience that extends from online interaction to the physical receipt of products. So while Etsy provides some tools for shop customization, the platform's inherent structure and branding overshadow individual sellers' efforts to establish a distinct brand identity. The uniform layout, standardized checkout process, limited direct communication channels, and restricted policies on branding elements constrain your ability to create a memorable and cohesive brand experience. To overcome these limitations, sellers need to invest in off-platform marketing strategies and find creative ways to reinforce their brand identity within Etsy's constraints. Etsy's strict policies can be another significant drawback. The platform has comprehensive guidelines and rules that sellers must follow, and any breach, intentional or not, can lead to severe consequences, such as account suspension or termination. This can be particularly challenging for sellers who wish to experiment with different products or marketing strategies. Moreover, sellers have limited control over their store's appearance, functionality, and customer interactions, which can be frustrating for those who prefer a more hands-on approach to managing their business. Etsy's policies cover a wide range of aspects, from what items can be sold to how sellers should conduct themselves in interactions with buyers. For example, Etsy has strict rules against selling certain types of products, including those that are not handmade, vintage, or craft supplies. This can limit the range of products you can offer and might stifle creativity if your products do not fit neatly into these categories. Additionally, Etsy closely monitors listings for compliance with these guidelines, and violations can result in your listings being removed or your account being suspended. The consequences of violating Etsy's policies can be severe. Account suspension or termination can occur without much warning, and the appeals process can be lengthy and uncertain. And this creates a precarious situation for sellers who rely heavily on Etsy for their income. The fear of having your account suddenly shut down can stifle innovation and discourage you from trying new things that might push the boundaries of Etsy's guidelines. Etsy's policies on customer interactions are designed to protect buyers, but can sometimes feel restrictive for sellers. For instance, Etsy's messaging system is monitored, and there are rules about how and when you can contact customers. Sellers are not allowed to solicit reviews or offer incentives for positive feedback, which can make it challenging to build up a strong reputation, especially when starting out. Additionally, all communications must go through Etsy's platform, meaning you cannot easily collect customer contact information for future marketing efforts. Control over your shop's appearance and functionality is also limited by Etsy. While you can customize certain elements like your shop banner, logo, and product photos, the overall layout and design of your shop are dictated by Etsy's template. This can make it difficult to create a shopping experience that feels uniquely yours. You also have limited ability to add features that might enhance the customer experience, such as personalized recommendations, advanced filtering options, or loyalty programs. So while Etsy's policies are designed to maintain a trustworthy and fair marketplace, they can also be restrictive and limiting for sellers. The strict guidelines, potential for severe consequences, limited control over customer interactions, shop appearance, transaction processes, and marketing strategies can all be significant drawbacks. So sellers who prefer more flexibility and control over their business operations might find these limitations challenging. To thrive on Etsy, you really need to navigate these policies carefully and be prepared to work within the confines of the platform's rules and structures. And lastly, dependency on a single platform. Relying solely on Etsy for your sales can be a risky strategy. As with any third-party platform, changes in Etsy's algorithms, policies, or fee structures can have a direct and sometimes detrimental impact on your business. For instance, if Etsy decides to increase its fees, or change how products are displayed in search results, your sales could suffer. So diversifying your sales channels is crucial to mitigate the risk. But if you're heavily invested in Etsy, pivoting to other platforms or building your own e-commerce site can be challenging and time-consuming as well. So the volatility of Etsy's platform means that you are at the mercy of decisions made by the company, which can be unpredictable. For example, Etsy might implement changes to their search algorithm that suddenly reduce the visibility of your products, drastically affecting your sales overnight. This lack of control can be particularly unsettling for those who rely on a steady stream of income from their Etsy shop. Unlike owning your own website, where you have control over SEO, site structure, and customer experience, Etsy's environment is subject to changes that can occur without much warning. Moreover, any updates to Etsy's terms of service or fee structures can have immediate financial implications. If Etsy increases its transaction or listing fees, your cost of doing business on the platform rises, potentially eroding your profit margins. So sellers have little recourse in these situations other than to accept the new terms or leave the platform, both of which can be disruptive to your business. And this dependency makes it difficult to plan for long-term growth and stability. The unpredictability of Etsy's platform can also affect your ability to build a loyal customer base. So when customers make a purchase on Etsy, they often perceive the transaction as being with Etsy rather than with your individual shop. And this can make it harder to establish a direct relationship with your customers, reducing the likelihood of repeat business. Additionally, any negative experiences customers have with Etsy's platform, such as technical issues or delays, can reflect poorly on your shop, even if you had no control over the problem. So diversifying your sales channels can help mitigate these risks but doing so requires time, effort, and resources. Build your own e-commerce site. But keep in mind, this involves upfront costs for website development, ongoing maintenance, and efforts to drive traffic to your site. However, the benefits of having full control over your online presence, customer experience, and marketing strategies can be well worth the investment. It allows you to create a cohesive brand experience, collect customer data for direct marketing, and build a loyal customer base independent of third-party platforms. Exploring other sales channels such as social media marketplaces, other e-commerce platforms, or even physical retail spaces can provide alternative revenue streams and reduce your dependency on Etsy. For example, leveraging platforms like Instagram and TikTok to showcase your products can drive traffic to your own website, where you have more control over the customer journey. Engaging with your audience through these platforms can also help build a community around your brand, fostering customer loyalty and repeat business. Exploring alternatives or creating your own e-commerce site can be a game changer for your business, offering more control, better profit margins, and significant opportunities for brand growth. While platforms like Etsy provide an easy entry point into online selling, they come with limitations that can hinder your business's long-term success. So diversifying your sales channels and establishing an independent online presence can mitigate these limitations and unlock new avenues for growth. So for one thing, you have more control over your business. Creating your own e-commerce site allows you to have complete control over your business operations, and unlike Etsy, where you must adhere to the platform's policies and guidelines, your own site lets you set your own rules. This means you can customize every aspect of your online store, from the design and layout to the checkout process and customer interactions. Having this level of control enables you to create a shopping experience that truly reflects your brand and meets the specific needs of your customers. Additionally, you can implement your own marketing and promotional strategies without being constrained by platform-specific rules. And you can run targeted promotions, offer discounts, and implement loyalty programs that's tailored to your audience. So this flexibility allows you to experiment with different tactics to see what works best for driving sales and engaging customers. It also means you're not competing directly with thousands of other sellers on the same platform, giving you a clearer space to highlight your unique selling points. You also have the benefit of better profit margins. One of the most significant advantages of having your own e-commerce site is the potential for better profit margins. On Etsy, the various fees such as listing fees, transaction fees, and payment processing fees can quickly add up and eat into your profits. By contrast, while there are costs associated with running your own website such as hosting fees, payment gateway fees, and site maintenance, these can often be lower than the cumulative fees charged by a third-party platform like Etsy. When you sell through your own site, you keep more of each sale, which can significantly improve your profitability. This is especially beneficial if you sell higher price items or have a high sales volume. Moreover, you can choose payment processors with more favorable fee structures, further reducing your costs. And over time, the savings from lower fees can be reinvested into your business, helping you grow and scale more effectively. Opportunities for brand growth is another thing when it comes to exploring alternatives. Building your own e-commerce site also provides unparalleled opportunities for brand growth. With full control over your site's design, you can create a cohesive and memorable brand identity that resonates with your target audience. This consistency across all touch points, from your website and social media profiles to your packaging and customer service, helps build trust and loyalty among your customers. Furthermore, having your own site allows you to gather valuable customer data. Unlike Etsy, where customer information is limited and interactions are mediated through the platform, your site can capture comprehensive data on customer behavior, preferences, and purchase history. This information is invaluable for personalizing marketing efforts, improving customer experience, and making informed business decisions. With detailed insights, you can develop targeted campaigns, recommend products based on past purchases, and build long-term relationships with your customers. In addition, owning your own e-commerce site opens up possibilities for search engine optimization, or SEO. By optimizing your site for relevant keywords, you can improve your visibility in search engine results, driving organic traffic to your store. This not only increases your reach, but also attracts customers who are actively searching for products like yours, leading to higher conversion rates. Exploring other sales channels such as social media marketplaces or physical retail locations can also complement your e-commerce site. Leveraging platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok to showcase your products can drive traffic to your website, while pop-up shops or local markets can provide additional revenue streams and enhance brand visibility. These diversified channels help create a robust and resilient business model, less vulnerable to the risks associated with relying solely on a single platform like Etsy. So while selling on Etsy has its advantages, exploring alternatives or creating your own e-commerce site offers numerous benefits that can drive your business's long-term success. More control, better profit margins, and enhanced opportunities for brand growth are just a few of the advantages that come with owning your own online store. By taking these steps, you can build a strong, recognizable brand and create a sustainable business model that thrives in a competitive marketplace. So there you have it. That is the truth about Etsy. I want you to answer the question for yourself. Do you think it's worth it? Let me know in the comment section. If you found value in this video, please hit the like button and share it with someone who could benefit from it. Your support means the world and helps this channel grow, which in turn allows me to bring more valuable content your way. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. I'm here to support you on your journey to becoming a visionpreneur in your own right. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep building, keep dreaming, and keep making it happen.